Right, sometimes you need to count your blessings and name them one by one. So I'm going to talk about 2013 as we are in January 2014. So Happy New Year to all out there. Happy New Year to whatever you're getting up to. Happy New Year. Hopefully your year is successful this year. I want to talk about 2013. The first thing we did in January 2013, the first launch was Camden Monthly newspaper. We launched this with the Mayor of Camden. It was very successful. We had Alex Proud, who owns Camden Proud Galleries, on the front cover because he's a very inspirational entrepreneur and you know how much I like inspirational entrepreneurs, and I'll always give them as much exposure as possible. So Alex Proud was chosen to be on the first front cover, which was historical, and our launch was at Proud Camden. And then we launched Zuricom. Zuricom is a company I invested in 2008. We have a manufacturing warehouse in China, and we have the other part of the manufacturing company and branding side of things here in the UK. And we launched Zuricom. This is the Z tablet, and this tablet was literally armed with a SIM card place. You can put a SIM card, you can make phone calls with this, and it's a full-fledged tablet from Zuricom. And then we launched the Zuricom phone. I was very excited about this because I actually went to Ibiza and lost my iPhone. And in Ushuaia, which is the hotel in Ibiza, I came up with the idea to design a phone because I thought to myself, if I could design this, then I can definitely design it. So I designed the Zuricom Z phone. So this Zuricom mobile, fully functional smartphone. It's got everything: Facebook, Twitter, social media, and it's sold quite well, and it's still selling. It's doing quite well. We have different versions. We've got the Zuricom Gold that's coming this year. We've got the Zuricom laptop that's launching this year, which is fine because it gave us a chance for Invincible to get into the manufacturing industry, because we invested in the company 3 years ago, but we've not launched a massive product until last year, and the product really sold across Africa, and it's going to continue to sell in the UK and in America. Now, we also launched the British Young Business Awards. So you guys know I'm a big fan of entrepreneurs all across the world, so it was exciting for me and Vince Cable, the business secretary of state for the UK, MP Vince Cable, to launch the British Young Business Awards at the Mayfair Hotel. It was hosted by myself and Louisa Zisman from The Apprentice, attended by every single entrepreneur you can mention. It was a fantastic start to what's going to be a really good academy for entrepreneurs. This year, 2014's award show will be absolutely phenomenal. We're looking forward to the production of that, and it's just about empowering entrepreneurs, especially young business entrepreneurs, because it's not just about just saying to yourself, fantastic, I've made it. What about everyone else that's coming? What about the next generation of entrepreneurs that are coming? What can you do to empower them? The British Young Business Awards, really makes them feel like, they have an organisation of entrepreneurs that believe in what they're doing, and obviously with that comes a community of support when you need it. Then we went into the National Reality Television Awards. National Reality Television Awards, something that when we launched, no one believed will be as big as it was. It happens every year in the UK and in America. This year, 2013's event was extremely precious. It was one of the most successful ones we've ever done. We did it at the Forum in Kensington. It was attended by close to 1,200 or more, about 2,000 more people. We had everyone down there. Five performed, Atomic Kitten, the guys from the big reunion, Dragon's Den, The Apprentice, you name it. If you were in the TV industry, you were there. National Reality TV Awards is back this year in LA and in London as well, so we're expecting really big things for that. So we're excited. One thing that happened this year as well was the 3rd anniversary of Chelsea Monthly magazine. As you can see, we had the Duke of Cambridge on the front cover. Of course, 2013 was the year that they gave birth to their son George, and we decided to put him on the front cover. Exclusive interview in there for Chelsea Monthly magazine. So that was quite an achievement to do that. So that was fantastic. I'm still travel editor for Chelsea Monthly, and it was a good achievement for us. Then it was over to the Urban Music Awards. Urban Music Awards is now in its 11th year. It's the 11th annual Urban Music Awards. We had performances from some of the biggest acts in the urban scene and some established acts, and also we broke through some acts that we are going to be seeing some big things from in the future. One of those acts was Deborah Debs, who was a soul singer who literally is doing so much stuff out there, and we just managed to sign her a record contract with a label in Japan, which leads quite nicely to what we're going to do in Asia this year. Then leading up to the end of the year, we launched Brand Weekly, brandweekly.co.uk. Brand Weekly is a online magazine for brands and consumers. That was pretty successful. The launch has been great. We're working with loads of brands. We interviewed one of the market managers from Travel Zoo, which was one of the leading travel websites, and there will be loads of kind of brand consumer partnerships we'll do through Brand Weekly. Feeder Magazine was the music magazine we launched, and the last project we launched at the end of 2013. And Feeder Magazine is our furore back into music. As you know, when we started the company in 1999, it was it was Invincible Magazine, which was our music brand. We stopped the magazine and we kept the radio, the TV, the events element, Invincible events kept on going. So Feeder Magazine is kind of like our furore back into the the music magazine market, and really knock it on its head. We want to do something whereby it's not just your typical music magazine. Feedermagazine.com represent a whole new generation of journalists and bloggers who are not scared to kind of knock music journalism on its head and do something completely different. So artists that are out there wanting to get involved with Feeder Magazine and they want exposures on Feeder Magazine, Feeder Radio or Feeder TV, it's very simple. Just go on feedermagazine.com and you get all the details on there. And we ended the year doing something that was really close to my heart. We knew what happened in the Philippines with a typhoon, and that was something that was devastating. A lot of people felt that they had to do something. We felt we had to do something. During the Urban Music Awards, we ran campaigns to raise exposure, and I decided to write a single, and myself and Jay Williams filmed a music video called New Day. And so I'd like to thank everyone that supported. In that video there was loads of people that came on board that day and supported as much as possible and making a video. The whole New Day video concept was in support of Project Philippines, and the single did really well in terms of exposure and what is raised, the awareness of raised. Because sometimes it's about raising awareness, because sometimes we forget that this has happened. So raising that awareness gets people thinking of giving, and then if you can raise a little bit of awareness for something, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Now let's go into 2014. Very excited about 2014. There's a lot I can say, but I don't want to give a lot away. But we are going into beauty, fashion, and in a big way. We're launching an online retail store called Blueberry Nation. You will be able to access new stuff on blueberryuk.com. Our first product is a beauty product. It's called the Blueberry TX1. And this is something that I'm very excited about, actually, because I used to have really bad skin problems. I know loads of people in my family do as well, and you use all kind of things to make sure your skin goes well. But this is a product which we worked in association with 7 dermatologists to create something that could appeal to a market of people that are going through skin problems, whether it's acne, whether you've got skin damage. This will help you. This is literally the brush for the skin. It's got 2 heads, 3 heads, to really help get right through into the pores, because skin problem is not what's on the outside. So the external is the internal. It's what you can do on the inside to get your pores breathing again. And there's more that's coming for the rest of the year. Again, there's loads of business opportunities and loads of products we're launching. Zuricom laptop is being launched this year as well. But 2014 is going to be an exciting year, so keep it tuned to www.invinciblegroup.com for more information of what we're going to be getting up to for 2014. Happy New Year, and I wish every single best of luck to whatever you're doing, whether it's your job, whether it is your business, whether it is your music career, TV career, film career, university, college, whatever you choose to do in your life. Just do something that helps others and show love as much as possible. Let that be the strength. God bless.